Preface of Workhouse Characters. This is a Librivox recording. All Librivox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by John Brandon. Workhouse Characters by Margaret Nevinson. Preface. These sketches have been published in various papers during the last 13 years. Many of the characters are life portraits, and the wit and wisdom of the common people have been faithfully recorded in a true Boswellian spirit. Others are Wahrheit und Dichtung, if one may still quote Goethe, but all have been suggested by actual fact and experience. During the last 10 years, great reforms have been taking place in the country. In 1908, the Old Age Pensions Act came into force, and the weekly miracle of 5 shillings a week, now 7 shillings 6pence, changed the world for the aged, giving them the liberty and independence which ought to be the right of every decent citizen in the evening of life. The order by which a pauper husband had the right to detain his wife in the workhouse by his marital authority is now repealed. A case some years ago of this abominable breach of the law of habeas corpus startled the country, especially the ratepayers, and even the House of Commons were amazed at their own laws. The order was withdrawn in 1913 on the precedent of the judgment given in the case of the Queen versus Jackson, 1891, when it was decided that the husband has no right, where his wife refuses to live with him, to take her person by force and restrain her of her liberty. 60 LJQB 346. Many humane reforms and regulations for the classification of inmates were made in 1913, and the obnoxious words pauper and workhouse have been abolished. But before the authorities rightly grasped the changes, the war was upon us. The workhouses were commandeered as military hospitals, the inmates sent into other institutions, and all reforms lapsed in overcrowded and understaffed buildings. Once again, the poor law is in the melting pot, and it seems as if now it will pass into the limbo of the past with other old, unhappy, far-off things. End of preface. Recording by John Brandon.
Chapter 1 of Workhouse Characters. This is a Librivox recording. All Librivox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit Librivox.org. Workhouse Characters by Margaret Nevinson. Chapter 1. Eunice Smith, drunk. The ball no question makes of eyes and nose, but here and there as strikes the player goes. And he that tossed you down into the field, he knows about it all. He knows, he knows. Eunice Smith, drunk, brought by the police. The quaint scriptural name, not heard for years, woke me up from the dull apathy to which even the most energetic guardian is reduced at the end of a long board meeting, and I listened intently as the master of the workhouse went on to explain that the name Smith had been given by the woman, but her clothes and a small book, which the doctor said was Homer in Greek, were marked Eunice Romaine. Eunice Romaine. The name took me back down long vistas of years to a convent school at Oxford, to the clanging bells of Tom Tower, to the vibrant note of boys' voices in college chapels, to the scent of flowers and incense at early celebrations, to the high devotions and ideals of youth, to its passionate griefs and joys. Eunice Romaine had been the genius of our school, one of those gifted students in whom knowledge seems innate. Her name headed every examination list, and every prize in the form fell to her. Other poor plodders had no chance where she was. From school she had gone with many a scholarship and exhibition to Cambridge, where she had taken a high place in the classical tripos. Later I heard she had gone as classical mistress to one of the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?